Hello, Reckoning7 here, and welcome back to Combat Mission Battle for Normandy. We are rejoining the 6th mission of the Scottish Corridor campaign, called 10 out of 10. We join the Argyll and Southern Highlanders C Company, or Elements of C Company, as we push across the River Odon. And in our way are some fragments of German defenders that have been retreated from earlier engagements in the day. In the first episode, we kind of made our initial moves and we countered the first German resistance in and around this farmhouse. We dropped a whole bunch of howitzer shells on 25 pounders, and then we've moved in with our infantry and located the positions of those that are left. We also know there is a kind of unknown number of Germans, again fairly weak forces, thrown together by any bodies the Germans get their hands on, but located between ourselves and the north bank of the river, in amongst these kind of houses and fields. So as we push into this episode, as ever I've made a few tweaks just in the meantime, in downtime between episodes. So we are going to primarily focus on clearing out this farmhouse here. So I'm going to push in first off with my brain carriers, which I think I talked about at the end of the last video, just to try and get some relief from our scouting element here, which has come under fire from a German machine gun. Meanwhile, there is a gap in the hedge here we can use to pull this section round to try and again open up some angles on these guys. Ultimately, if we can get this kind of team here suppressed, I will try and probably push one of these two sections up into the edge of these woods. Meanwhile, again, once we've got our Brens forward a little bit and managed to suppress this machine gunner, I'm going to push across some bodies and again clear around the back and hopefully flank these guys. And that should clear out this farmhouse in relatively good time. Meanwhile, in terms of the rest of the map, we've had some fairly kind of long-range ineffective machine gun fire, which we think is coming from this hedgerow just here. We have pushed forward with our universal carrier, but just due to the slope of the hill, he can't quite target the action square. Again, it's primarily because he can't see the ground level, which is what they target on if you can't actually see units to shoot. So a little bit kind of game mechanics holding us back there, but that's fine. They've been quiet for the last minute. Meanwhile, we've got scouts progressing on this far right hand side and haven't come across anything as of yet. We did drop some of our 3-inch mortars on this woods just to make sure it was kind of clear for them pushing up there. So again, between episodes, I have grabbed most of 13th platoon and start to swing them out to the right, and they're going to kind of progress up and try and take this position. Yep, and then one other thing, we've got the 6-pounder AT gun, which I think we hooked up just at the end of the last episode, and we're going to bring it forward as well. Worth noting that the ground here, although from up high looks like a good position, is it's fairly sloped. It comes up to a rise here, so we will probably have an okay view down the road, but it's maybe not as expansive as it kind of seems when you're viewing from above. But important we keep it forward anyway, because we do need to try and trundle it out to the exit zone. We do need to get all our forces off the map, or as many of them as we can. So we will keep pushing forward with that. And I'm really hoping the Germans don't have any armour, to be perfectly honest. It did seem like a ragtag bunch of infantry, what we're fighting, and I really hope that's all it is. We're not best kind of geared up for pushing armour. I find these AT guns are very good on the defence, but quite difficult to use on the attack because of the amount of time it takes them to get in position and set up. Anyway, so without further ado, let's maybe just run into our first minute. Again, it should just be people kind of getting into position. We are yet to take a casualty, so hopefully that will continue, although this is certainly a threat here with an MG42 in close vicinity. I've not given any... Oh, the guy gets... Although his brain gun going out is going to certainly help. And once our carriers get in position, we should certainly be able to push the odds in our favour. Now, I don't know how good his vision's going to be, because if we do get upset by fences, and although he's got a clear line of sight through two of them, sometimes it can impact their spotting and targeting. He is going to be in a great position. I'm not going to leave him this close. I'll give him a reverse order once he's kind of got his line right. Just so he isn't... Oh, that was a great line. Oh. So we might lose this carry here. I don't know if that was a Hound. Let's go back and have a look at that. I'm not sure if that was a Panzer Faust or a Panzer Schreck. Oh, he is certainly close enough, because Panzer Faust effective range is 30 metres, and this was very close. He's just gone to ground. Looks like it might have come from over here. So again, it was a bit of a risk, but I needed to, I wanted to kind of sort the angle out before I reversed him off. See if we see where it comes from. Oh, we don't really. I'm guessing that's a Panzerfaust from the angle. It actually missed really, really high. Oh. And there we go, first casualty. That's disappointing. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so we've taken our first casualty there. Not necessarily too unexpected, but it was slightly disappointing to see. Okay, let's just check. You are very, very suppressed, so I think you have come across someone from somewhere as well. Which is good. Normally I fail to spot these things. Oh, there we go. Let's see where this is coming from. So I had thought there was fire coming in from that hedge line, but it might be actually further back. They might actually be in the house. Not sure. Either way, they're going to have to push forward. Hopefully they can make it to the hedge line without taking any casualties. It's still a reasonable distance, so it might not be too effective. I'm tempted to maybe push him forward a little bit. Obviously, if they've got an AT gun anywhere, he's knackered. But again, just kind of going off the brief and the composition of forces, I don't feel like it's any kind of seriously prepared defence like that. And as long as he maintains a reasonable distance, you know, the AT weapons that infantry carry shouldn't be that much of a risk. And hopefully you can get some vision on what's going on over here. So I might, maybe not much further, but just kind of down this road a little bit. Act as kind of an advanced scout. Okay. Let's go command phase. So maybe that's the first thing we'll do. We will get you to scoot yourself forward, maybe to just something like here. Just from a downward slope. Yeah. It's a bit risky, but I need to use him as a scout, I think. Right. Here's a question. Can you target that hedge line? You can. Perfect. So where are they positioned? Right. To the left of that tree. Good. Probably going to be difficult to kill him, just other side of the hedge line and stuff, but as long as we keep him suppressed, clears the road for our guys getting across. And I'll probably get you to do the same. I'm probably going to be slightly tempted. No, just fire into that hedge line if you can. Can you move over an action square? What does that look like? I'm worried you're just going to be shooting the ground in front of the guy there. This is not really the targeting I was hoping for. Maybe try that. I'm not sure how effective that's going to be. But we will take this opportunity to push these guys across. And we'll see if we can quickly get them over, and then we'll get them hunting through these woods. They've got so Bren guns are okay for hunting. The Stein guns are much better, and it's always a risk of take casualties when you're just kind of going through the woods, seeing who stumbles upon you first. So, but hopefully, if we're coming around the back of them, that will certainly help things. Maybe we'll send the 3 groups over. Good. These guys are in position, and I'm tempted just to get them to start putting some fire down. Oh, you can't see that hedge line apparently. Ah, indeed you cannot. Okay, that's an interesting feature I did not appreciate and should have done. So, how close? Actually, very close. Okay, slightly torn. I now really want to send a unit along here, but my fear is if there's guys on the edge of this forest, they're going to catch them in the open. A better thing to do would be send like these guys round here. Obviously they did cop some machine gun fire. But maybe it's worth moving them around slightly. And we shall see see how they get on. If they come under too much fire, we can always pull them back. Meanwhile, I think we can start moving you forward slightly. You should be able to get to here, and if need be go to ground and you should be covered okay. Which probably means these positions aren't as useful as I thought they were. And indeed that is the case. Okay. At which point let's get you... actually, can you come probably backwards along and then come back in again? No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I think that's too exposed. Maybe we'll just leave the Brenkais to get the work done. Okay, I think we'll call that good enough. You just stay where you are. These guys are going to start put some suppressive fire down. We'll get them moved over. Anybody else needs to move? I don't think so. Good. Alright, let's push forward into the next minute. I probably should have done some of that as a cut, but there you go. Right. The Brenkais is opening up. Should hopefully send this guy to a little suppressed bundle. Yep. One thing we have to be wary here is as well as not taking casualties. Is the time element as well. Ooh, speaking of not taking casualties, right, we'll go over and have a look at that. I'm definitely going to get this switched onto these guys. Is that just more... well, he's all curled up. It could be... I don't know what these explosions are actually. It could be grenades, could be Panzerfausts. They're just odd explosions, to be perfectly honest. This guy's putting a good bit of pressure, and oh, looks like he has had enough. Oh, maybe not. Thought I saw someone running away. Oh, he is. One ran away. The other one is... No, two are still there. They're off now. Okay. They're still in there though, so we do have to be careful of that. These guys did make it across. And these guys have made it around without any more shots coming in. Right, let's see what happened over here. Certainly a risk of our scouts. Ooh, that's quite a bad one. Let's bring it back. Okay, so we oh wow, 1, 2, 3 different machine guns, I think.
Up the double, come on!
I think they're just set up along this line, to be honest. Oh, he gets so close. That's a lot of automatic fire these guys just took. That is pretty good to know about, to be perfectly honest. It's tempting. Who hit you? Oh man, you took an injury from somewhere. And you're really being shot at and you don't know where from. And apparently you have no idea. That's a bit disconcerting, I'm not gonna lie. Now it's tempting to either use some of my mortars or alternatively actually call in some kind of mortar barrage in some of these positions. What's the time delay we're looking at on those? Because I think it is lengthy. 7 minutes. We're probably going to spend that long clearing out over here. The problem is I don't know how to get anyone who can actually see, yeah, that hedge line. So unfortunately this guy is not, although he says FO, is not the officer from FSO. The officer died in the last mission, so he's unable to call things in. Have you got sight on these positions? You do. It's just a case of trying to pick which ones I think the people are at. I'd love a little bit more confirmation before I start expending these HE runs, because I do not have that many of them. It's probably going to be up to this chap, unfortunately. Okay. I'm disappointed he's not getting more spots, considering the amount of fire that's coming in from these hedges. Let's go for a little bit more and leave him there. And hopefully he'll set me spots. And again, yeah, I'm disappointed by that. Okay, let's focus on the positives. So these guys have made it over. A little bit of fire incoming. It's okay. These guys have run away. Even so, I think I'll get you to switch your target over. That's good. You guys still pushing up. I'm worried about these chaps. Though actually, once you get into here, you're actually protected from over there. So that's actually quite a good place to be. So do you know what? How about you just hurry up? Yeah, excellent. And you're going to push along here and help us put some press fire out for these guys coming over. Good. Right. I need you guys to all kind of get here and hunt through the woods, please. I wish you could tell them just not bother setting up their weapon, to be perfectly honest. Okay, you hunt through it, see what comes across. I probably will push more people over here eventually. You guys want to head over this direction? You can head over this direction. And you can probably put a bit of a pause and then head over. Good stuff. Everyone else I think will leave where they are, and let's just push forward. I will have to be wary of these guys pushing up until we've dealt with some of these machine gun positions. I'll give my scout probably a minute to at least kind of compose himself. Interesting to see where these guys run to actually. I'm assuming they're just going to hang about in the woods. If they do make a break out the field, then they're going to run into trouble. Curious that he came under fire, but he did not. Also shows that the Bren carriers are by no means invincible to small arms fire. Okay, fairly quiet minute, that's good. I'm probably just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'd quite like these guys to be slightly further ahead of their compatriots down here. We do have to be careful. Eventually we're going to come into kind of line of sight from over these orchards, but I think we should get up to here okay. So we give that command. You guys are continuing to hunt through. That's fine. Give you something like that. They've made it over. You guys are just on your way. Once you've got there, also get yourselves over. We'll have this whole platoon and move around that way. Don't think there's anything else we need to change there. How are you feeling about life? Moderate. Moderate. Okay. Where's the best place to go? Probably... Well, you can't get through this hedge. Let's bring yourself to here. See what you can see. I don't want to get you killed just yet. I need some more information on these machine gun positions. I should also probably grab one of my HQ guys and think, where can I get you into a reasonable position that you can get eyes onto the hedges, if indeed I want to start calling in a longer more strike, probably somewhere over here. So let's push him out that way ASAP. Let's get you to a run, and then just walk into the kind of final position. Should be able to get here and get your head down without getting spotted. Good. Good. Right. Just realised we're sitting at about 20 odd minutes, and I think I've only played about 3, so let's try and get through these a little bit quicker. I'm reasonably happy with my time management thus far. If we can kind of get this area cleared out by the 40 mark, that should stand us up in reasonable stead. Now, I'm hearing machine gun fire. Doesn't sound like one of mine. I'm not seeing anyone getting stressed out though. Nope. Okay. These guys skulking through the woods, haven't found anyone yet. Okay. Quiet-ish. I think the time's to kind of come to push in on this position. I am going to want someone... Oh, it's going to be these guys actually. Making sure we clear out the back edge. Just make sure there's no one kind of lurking over this way. In fact, you can probably get a hunt right out to that position. And really keep your eyes open. Meanwhile, we will push these guys in. Towards these German foxholes. This unit is a bit vulnerable, but also my one I'm probably least worried about losing. But at the same time, they're a bit useless to me currently, but eventually they will be very useful. Right, maybe you guys coming around this far side. We'll have to worry not to shoot our own guys, but hopefully that won't happen. We do know there's still some more dudes in this woods. Dudes in the woods, and we'd love to be careful of that. You guys are moving up. Yeah, maybe I'll give you... I would quite like to combine you guys into a smaller group, please. There we go. Just so they don't occupy quite so many action squares. Let's do something like that. With these guys slightly ahead. Yeah. That should be fine. In fact, we'll give you just maybe a 15-second pause on that. Or 10. 10 seconds. Good. You've done okay. Do I want to risk moving you around? Probably. No, I'm going to wait till my leader dude gets in position, so if we do come under fire, we can maybe see where it's coming from. So that'll probably be another minute. You should be heading over this way with the rest of your section platoon, as should you. Okay, good. You're pegging it over. Excellent. I'm happy with this. Let's push on. Let's see if we can actually come across what's left of these forces in here. Our guys going through the woods. Sounds like it's kicking off, though we've not made that contact yet, or verified contact yet. Oh, there we go. Hello. Is it still just one guy? It is. Did we take another casualty? No. That's okay. So who made the spot? Oh, it's still these guys. So my hunters have not found him yet. Which is fair enough. It's pretty thick woods. And he has gone to ground again. Again, hearing that kind of distant sporadic gunfire. Oh, hello. Oh, hello indeed. Let's go back, find out where those chaps were and who spotted them. So we've got at least one German just out in the open. Who have we got nearby? These guys who are heading over that direction. So we might need to get them to speed that up a little bit. Yeah, we will. We will. Okay. Good. I jump into command phase. Are you end or you are at end? Okay, I want to change a couple of things. I would like you instead to quickly go over here and then just hunt to the edge. I think you're gonna spot some people. I'd like you to hunt up to there, and I would like you guys hunt up to say here. It's probably pretty close to the fact we're putting brown fire into the front of this hedge, but I think we'll be okay. And well, you guys have not seen anything, so maybe they've all left. It's certainly possible. Let's get you guys into the woods. Meanwhile, we'll get you to actually I'll get you there, get that position, stop, and see if you see anything. Don't think I need to move anyone else. Actually, you're going to have to start coming forward on foot. Just come up there. Join the rest of these guys. Let's push you forward. That's alright. Oh. Oh, I've done a thing where I selected that. If you double click, you select formation. Right, I need to go in and correct that. I'll put a quick cut in while I sort that out. Okay, all that fixed. Wouldn't be the first time I've inadvertently killed someone by doing that, but thankfully got away with it this time. So, let's see if we can't spot this chap in the woods then through our hunting. I must say, I do like this foliage mod that I've run. It's very good in terms of giving it a feel of thick woods. I mean, whether these guys find him or not this turn, I'm gonna have to stop the Bren thing next turn. Carrier, because it's going to be too close. Hey, you do have a Sten gun, that's cool. That's good to know. Right. We haven't spotted the guy I was hoping to see, but I think we may have spotted some other people. Let's bring it back and we'll have a look at that in a moment. So he did come on fire, it wasn't quite as well hidden as I thought. So who made this spot? Oh, it's those guys. So that's what's stopping their hunt order, because they're seeing these people. These guys should get in a good position shortly. I will go back and look at that casualty. So these guys are just chilling in the hole. Okay, not the most successful first volley from our brain gunner there. I mean, presumably once they get up to the hedge line, they're going to spot them. So it should be maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 guys we've now seen running around here. Surprised we can't see them. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So yeah, these guys keep getting triggered because they see guys, so we stop them, they shoot them, and that ends their hunt order. Right, let's go back and see where you took your casualty from. At least it was just a rifleman for once. Hang on. So that, to me, that looks like it's coming. Yeah, I think it may be someone in this house or along this hedge line. Doesn't mean there's not guys in here as well, because we did see a couple different kind of muzzle flashes, but definitely looks like there's some people in this area. So I think we're probably going to want to pull that section out from where they are, bring them to the other side of this fence if nothing else. I think that was the only casualty they took. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's go command phase. Let's bring you out as much as I'd like to kind of flank around like that. Yeah, let's have you just quickly extract yourself into the side of the hedge. Keep you guys on your hunt command again. You guys are going to stay where you are. You don't need a hunt command anymore. What you do need is just a quick command to please get yourself probably just there, to be honest, join up with them. You guys just chill and you should get some spots and you should get some pretty easy kills, to be perfectly honest. This dude will be in position next minute and then we'll move our scout round. Okay, let's just run with what we've got for now. There we go. Finally made this. I mean, it does seems a bit ridiculous. I suppose it was only like 10 seconds it took for him to spot this guy, and he is in a hole. And he does have. Oh, he's getting an MP40. He is dangerous. Let's make sure he doesn't get up. Now, hopefully only these guys see him, so those two continue their little hunt. And we spotted his mate. It's just a rifle trooper. There's definitely some more of them kicking about somewhere. Right, he stood up. Surely now is our chance. Oh, there's loads of them. Oh my god, there's the whole squad. Right, come on, open up. Brain gun. Come on, brain gunner. Right, one. Two. And there's horrible things happening over here I'm going to look at in a minute. How do I feel about that? Do you know what? Not great. Static position of Bren gun. Guys running across an open field at like, I don't know, 34 meters. I kind of expected a little bit more. Okay, there's a couple of things we need to look at first. These guys. Oh, I thought they took a casualty. Or was it, maybe it's just the red dots I saw. So we have found, so these are going to be the unit we saw running across the field, who we have taken a couple of casualties out of originally, so they're not going to be full strength, which is good. And then we'll see what happens over there in a minute. Okay, these guys look like they're doing okay. We've got even put a casualty out on the German side. But I mean, like, I do sympathise for them fighting this stuff. So we come down and have a look from, from their perspective. I mean, can you see the Germans? It's tricky. It's tricky. Okay, let's go look at the real sadness of this minute. What happens over here? So back. Okay, let's go back to here. Give ourselves a bit of a position where we can see what's going on. So there we go. So this is our guys coming in. Feel bad for this guy. He's only got a pretend gun. Okay, so we stumble across a German hiding over there. First thing we know about it is, yeah, getting machine gunned. Oh, interesting though. He didn't go down though. Oh, of course it's a Sten gunner. I suppose the officer leading from the front. I'll give him that. Actually, it's not the officer, so I take that back. So he decides to sit up, which is dangerous. Bursts out with Sten gun. Doesn't put the German down. We do have some reinforcements coming who hopefully have made the spot, given all the fire. Nah. Okay, rifle guys giving support. Sten gun goes again. No joy. These dudes still haven't seen this guy, which is frankly amazing. He gets shot, unfortunately. And these guys then take a bit of suppression from that. Brain Gunner finally notices the German and puts him down. Okay, that's good. So this guy had MG42. So is that the last of the Germans in here then? Ah, so the 2 crosses we saw, I think was ours and theirs. So it wasn't as bad as I thought it might have been. Okay. Ah, it's not the worst in the world. I don't like, I mean, trading 1 for 1 is not great, it's not the odds you want to see. That was okay. And we'll get these guys to pick up that Sten gun. Okay, so, but from the downside is we now know there's a whole bunch of Germans in amongst these trees. Yes, their morale's terrible, so we hopefully should be able to get them maybe from a couple of angles, but there's always a risk for some more casualties clearing that out. And our leader is now in position. So we should be able to, let's first start clear as targets so we're not short on guys. We'll move this scout forward and we'll decide if we want to call in some arty in any of these hedge lines. And try and get a better view of what's going on here. Because it's four casualties we've taken from machine gun fire over here, and we've got a bit of an idea, but I'm not quite confident enough of exactly where it is to use up some of my precious mortar ammo just yet. But that is sitting at the 36-minute mark, so I think that's going to call it quits for the video. So maybe didn't quite get through as much time as we were hoping for, so I'll try maybe a bit slicker in the next one. But I think that was good, some good work done. We certainly cleared out most of the farm, and given these guys are running all over the shop, I think we should be okay in terms of clearing them out. We'll just have to make sure we don't take any more casualties. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will catch you all in the next one.